Well, hello, my friends. Welcome back to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World, and we've got a good one today. We are continuing with the Fall Classic 1970 Chicago Cubs replay, and we are up to April 27th, 1970. We've changed two of the variables in the replay. One is that we have put Milt Pappas and Joe Pepitone on the Cubs roster from the start of the season to see if that would make any difference in the pennant push for the Cubs, or at least in the push to win the National League Eastern Division. And the second one is that we have put me in charge of the lineups on a daily basis, and I know the effect of that will be to make heads explode all over this great land of ours. Now, the constants are the starting pitchers for the Cubs. All of the starting pitchers are going to stay the same with the exception of Pappas, who I will plug in the spots where Bill Hands, Fergie Jenkins, or Ken Holtzman are not pitching. And today is one of those days. Joe Decker got the start for the Cubs in real life, and Milt Pappas is going to take the mound for my replay Cubs. The record for the Cubs right now is 9-5. They are beginning a East Coast road trip, and they start at not Three Rivers Stadium. At the start of the 1970 season, the Pirates were still at Forbes Field. During the season, they moved to Three Rivers. So we're at Forbes Field for one of the final games of that great stadium's history. And the opposing pitchers will be Pappas, as I said, for the Cubs. His record right now is 1-0. He has had one other start on the season so far. And he will be opposed by eventual 1971 World Series hero right-hander Steve Blass. So it's Pappas against Blass at Forbes Field. Let's get to the starting lineups for today's game. For the visiting Cubs, Don Kessinger will lead off at shortstop. Glenn Beckert bats second at second base. By the way, this actually, as it turns out, is Leo DeRocher's lineup from this day. I'm going with Leo's lineups usually, but I'm going to be making a few changes along the way. Billy Williams bats third in left field. Ron Santo bats fourth at third base. Johnny Callison bats fifth at right field. Ernie Banks bats sixth. He'll play first. Jim Hickman bats seventh. He'll be in center field. And J.C. Martin bats eighth, and he'll do the catching. Milt Pappas on the mound will bat ninth. And he had 20 starts in 1970 for the Cubs, 1.19 whip, and a 10-8 record. All right, for the homestanding Pittsburgh Pirates, leading off, it's Matty Alou in center field. Batting second, Richie Hebner at third base. Roberto Clemente bats third, and he'll play right field. Willie Stargell bats fourth. He'll play left. Al Oliver bats fifth. He will be at first base. Manny Sanguillen bats sixth. He'll catch. Gene Alley bats seventh. He'll be at shortstop. And Bill Mazeroski will bat eighth and play second base. Steve Blass will bat ninth and be on the mound. In 1970, Steve Blass had 31 starts, a whip of 1.33, 6 complete games, and a 10-12 record for the Buccos. We will be using in this game a combination of fast action cards and dice, and I will show you how that will look. But we are ready to go now. Kessinger steps in the batter's box against Steve Blass. And the first pitch of the game from Blass to Kessinger is a 31. Oh, we got to check their stuff, don't we? Blass will be first. He is an 8. That's B stuff. And now Pappas is a 6, and that's going to be A stuff for Milt. All right, so a 31 on Blass is going to be a base hit for Kessinger with B Stuff. And we are underway at Forbes Field. Glenn Beckert up now. And the delivery to him is going to be an out result. A ground ball to Bill Mazeroski at second base. He's going to go to Alley for 1. And I think Kessinger is an A runner. He is. He's going to go to Alley for 1. The return throw to Al Oliver is not in time. So Beckert is safe on a 4-6 fielder's choice that eliminates Kessinger here in the first. 1 out, 1 on for Billy Williams. Blass's delivery is going to be a defense check. First, we have to check for the strikeout. 1-3, and Billy's going to strike out against Blass's dealings. No. Now we check for the error. It's a 51. It's a pitcher error. Could be a two-base error on Steve Blass. So we're going to check Blass's error rating. It's a 10. And he makes the play. Now it's an even number on the roll. So Blass is going to glove it. He's going to go to Alley for 1, and the relay to Al Oliver is not going to be in time either. So Williams is safe on the fielder's choice. And now it's Blass to Santo. Steve winds and deals. That's going to be a home run check. 1-7, and Santo's going to get it out of here. And it's caught by Stargell at the track. That will retire the Cubs, in the first. And we go to the bottom of the first with no score. Pappas will face Alou, Hebner, and Clemente in the Pirates first. All right, the pitch to Matty Alou, one of my favorites, 63. I don't know why I like him, but I just do. It's an out result for Matty. Hit in the air to center. Jim Hickman is there, and there's 1 gone in the Pirate first. Now it'll be Hebner. Pappas kicks and deals. That is going to be a walk to Richie Hebner. 1 out, 1 on for Roberto Clemente. Pappas the stretch, and the delivery to Roberto is going to be an out. Ground ball, Santo. Ron knocks it down. Does he have a strong arm? We got to check that. The strength of Santo's arm is average, so Ron knocks it down. Picks it up, fires to Banks, and they retire Clemente by a step as Hebner moves to second base with 2 outs. And with first base open, it's going to be Stargell. Pappas the stretch, and the pitch to Willie. Hey, struck him out on the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. 1 complete in the books. No score at Forbes. Callis and Banks and Hickman coming up against Blass in the second for the Cubs. 5, 6, 7 hitters in Leo's lineup. Blass winds and deals to the right fielder for the Cubs. Hey, struck him out on a bender, and Blass had a good one. 1 gone in the Cubs second. Now it's Banks. 14 to Ernie is hit on the ground to Hebner at third. Richie's up with it, and he throws to Al Oliver for out number 2. Jim Hickman in his career year. The pitch from Blass is ball 4. So Hickman draws a 2-out walk, and that'll bring up J.C. Martin, who's actually had some big hits in the replay, even though he only hit 156 on the season. This is the pitch to Martin from Blass is grounded to Oliver. He's going to take it to first himself, and that will retire the Cubs in inning number 2. So we're scoreless through an inning and a half. Pappas now will face Oliver, Sanguillen, and Alley for the Pirates. The pitch from Pappas to Oliver is a hit by pitch check, and he's not hit by a pitch, so Al hits it on the ground to Ernie Banks, who's going to stagger over to first base himself, and there's one gone in the second. Manny Sanguillen, another favorite of mine. Pappas winds and deals. Is going to be hit in the air to right. Toward the line is Johnny Callison, and he makes the catch for out number 2 in the Pirates' second. And the man that forced Dick Groat out of Pittsburgh, Gene Alley. They thought Gene was going to be a star. Pappas winds and deals. And that is swung on by Alley and hit to Santo. Ron's up with it to his left, and he fires to Banks for out number 3. We've played 2, and we have no score in Pittsburgh. Going to get the bottom of the Cubs order coming up in the third. Pappas, and then the top with Kessinger and Beckert. 9-1-2 for the Cubbies in the third inning. Pappas hit .240 in 1970. The pitch to him is going to be a looper and a base hit to center field. Pappas is aboard with a leadoff single. And now Don Kessinger comes up. See how Leo wants to play this. Blass the stretch, and the delivery is slugged by Kessinger. That's going to be a base hit to center field. Checking Pappas running. I don't think he's fast. No, he's not. He's going to stop at second. There's 2 on now with nobody out for Glenn Beckert. Now Leo's got even more options. Beckert at the plate. Blass the stretch. The delivery. Beckert squares to bunt. He does not get it down successfully. He strikes out Beckert, who went against the sign and tried to get the bunt down with 2 strikes, and it didn't work. 2 strikeouts now for Blass. That brings up Billy Williams. Billy's 0 for 1. Blass the stretch, and the delivery to him is going to be a pop-up. Mazeroski is going to make the catch. And there are 2 gone now. It's up to Santo if the Cubs are going to score this inning. Blass the stretch. Ron is 0 for 1. The pitch to him is ball 4. So the bases are now dripping with Cubs. And Johnny Callison will come to the plate with 2 outs. Blass in a jam, but he's 1 pitch away from getting out of it. Blass the stretch, and the delivery to Callison is gonna be a ground ball to Alley. He's going to go the short way to Mazeroski, and that will retire the Cubs in the third. After 2.5, we have no score. The Cubs had the best chance so far and failed to capitalize. It'll be Mazeroski, Blass, and Alou coming up now in the Pirates' third. Bill Mazeroski, 112 games in 1970. The pitch to him is swung on and grounded to Kessinger. Don's up with it and fires to Banks for the first out of the third inning. Here comes Blass. Pappas winds and deals. Hey, struck him out. That's number 2 for Milt. No safeties yet for the Pirates. Only a walk to Hebner in the first. The next delivery to Alou with 2 outs. Matty hits it to left, but not deep. Billy Williams under it. And he puts it away for out number 3. So after 3 complete, we got a pitcher's duel at Forbes. No score. Banks, Hickman, Martin, 6, 7, 8 coming up in the Cubs' 4th. Blass has stranded 5 base runners in 3 innings so far. Banks is 0 for 1. The pitch is going to be driven by Banks, and it's a base hit to left. Drops in front of Willie Stargell, and Banks is on with the leadoff single. Here comes Hickman. Martin is on deck. Hickman walked in the 2nd. Blass the stretch and the delivery. Hey, got him on a bender. 3 strikeouts for Blass now. 1 gone in the 4th, and Martin comes up. JC is 0 for 1. Banks still at first. The pitch from Blass is hit on the ground. That goes to Bill Mazeroski. He goes to Alley for 1. The relay to Oliver is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 4-6-3 double play turned by the Pirates. Hit into by the Cubs. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, and we still have no score. Hebner, Clemente, Stargell coming up for the Buccos. 2, 3, 4 in Danny Murtaugh's order. The pitch from Pappas to Hebner. Ritchie hits it on the ground to Kessinger. Don's up with it and fires to Banks for out number 1. Still no safeties for the Buccos. Clemente up 0 for 1. Pappas kicks and deals. Roberto hits it on the ground to Kessinger. Don's up with it and throws to Banks. 2 down. 10 in a row now retired by Pappas since his first inning walk. That's the only base runner for the Pirates so far. Stargell's 0 for 1. The pitch from Pappas. And he hits it to right. Into right center. Callison on the run, and he's going to get there for out number 3 in the 4th. We go to the 5th. No score in Pittsburgh. We had a good one between these two good teams battling for the National League East crown. Pappas, Kessinger, and Beckert, 9-1-2 in the Cubs order in the 5th. The pitch to Milt from Blass. Hey, struck him out. Number 3 for Steve. 1 gone in the Cubs' 5th. Kessinger, 2 for 2. Cubs have had chances, but have not capitalized. And there's another one. A walk to Kessinger, 1 out, 1 on now for Beckert. The blast to the stretch, the pitch to Glenn Beckert. There goes Kessinger, the hit and run is on. This is hit into center field. Matty Alou coming in, and he will make the catch as Kessinger slams on the brakes and gets back to first base. Billy Williams comes up. 0 for 2 for Billy. Blast the stretch and the delivery to him. Billy swings, line drive at Alou into right center, and he's going to get there for out number 3. So we're halfway through this one, and we've decided nothing. There is no score. Bottom of the 5th coming. Oliver, Sanguillen, and Alley in the Pirates order. Oliver 0 for 1. The pitch to Al Oliver is a comebacker to I'm sorry, no, that's not true. It's hit to first base. That's Ernie Banks. He gloves it, flips to Pappas covering, and there's 1 gone in the bottom of the 5th. No safeties for the Pirates yet. Pappas winds and deals to Sanguillen. Hey, struck him out. That's number 3 for Pappas. Alley up now with 2 outs in the 5th. The pitch from Milt. Gonna be error check, but first we got to see if he strikes out. And hey, got him on the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. No safeties for the Pirates through 5 innings. We go to the 6th. No score in Pittsburgh. Santo, Callison, and Banks coming up for the Cubs. Blass battling to hold serve. 4, 5, 6 hitters for Leo. Santo 0 for 1. The pitch to Ron is going to be an error. Is going to be a range check after the catch, unless Blass strikes out Santo. He does not. The range check will be to right field. Clemente. His range is a 10. So Roberto's on the run. Is he going to get there? He does for the catch and the first out of the 6th. 1 gone for the Cubs. Now comes Callison. Pitcher's duel extraordinaire. Callison 0 for 2. The pitch to Callison is to right and deep. Soon as I say it, Clemente back, and it's gone. Johnny Callison gives the Cubs a 1-0 lead in the 6th. And Milt Pappas just a little bit of breathing room. Banks 1 for 2. Blass winds and deals. Hit by pitch check 1-3. No. A line drive grabbed by Alley. Nice play by Gene. 2 gone in the 6th. And now Hickman. J.C. Martin on deck. Hickman's 0 for 1. The pitch from Blass. He hit him. He dotted him. Blass getting even for the home run. Now it's J.C. Martin. Pappas on deck. Blass the stretch. The delivery to J.C. Hit in the air to center. Drifting into left center is Matty Alou, and he's going to make the catch for out number 3. But the Cubs get a run on a home run by Johnny Callison. We go to the bottom of the 6th with your score. Cubs 1, Pirates 0. And Pappas has something special going on. Mazeroski, Blass, and Alou coming up. 8-9-1 for the Pirates in the 6th. No safeties for Pittsburgh so far. Mazeroski 0 for 1. The pitch from Milt Pappas. Maz hits it to Santo. He gloves it and fires to Banks for out number 1. Here comes Blass. Pappas winds and deals to the Pirates right-hander. Blass swings, hits it on the ground to Kessinger. Don's up with it, and he throws to Banks for out number 2. Matty Alou at the plate, 0 for 2. Pappas winds and deals to Matty Alou. And it's hit in the air to center. Jim Hickman under it, and he puts it away for out number 3. No safeties for the Pirates through 6 innings. Might be time to think about calling those neighbors. Pappas, Kessinger, and Beckert coming up in the Cubs' 7th. Steve Blass, for his part, has an endurance of 30. He has faced 26 batters so far. Pappas is 1 for 2 in the game at the plate. The pitch to Milt. Hey, struck him out. That's number 4 for Blass. 1 gone in the Cubs' 7th. Here comes Kessinger. 2 for 2 and a walk. The pitch to Don. Hey, struck him out on a bender. 2 gone with 2 strikeouts in the 7th. Now it's Beckert. Blass kicks and deals. Beckert's 0 for 3. He swings. It's hit to center. Matty Alou's going to get there. Glenn Beckert 0 for 4. It's time to stretch them out in Pittsburgh, and we got something special. Cubs 1, Pirates nothing, and no safeties for the Pirates yet. Hebner, Clemente, Stargell, 2, 3, 4. Coming up in the 7th. Pappas kicks and deals to Hebner. Ritchie hits it on the ground to Glenn Beckert. He's up with it and throws to Ernie Banks for out number 1. Now it's Clemente, 0 for 2. Pappas winds and deals. Ballpark check. Here's Forbes Field. And it's popped up. Ernie Banks, foul territory, puts it away for out number 2. Coming up now is Stargell. Willie is 0 for 2. Pappas winds and deals to Stargell, and it's hit to right and deep. Back goes Callison, and it's gone. There goes the no-hitter, and there goes the shutout. 1-1 ball game on a long home run by Willie Stargell into the Forbes Field seats in right field. Al Oliver up now. The delivery to him is a base hit to right field. 2 hits for the Pirates all of a sudden, and now Sanguillen. Leo DeRocher is up off his seat, watching carefully. No action in the Cub bullpen yet. Pappas the stretch. The delivery to Sanguillen. Chart 54, where are you? We have a wild pitch check, but it's too high. Next delivery to Sanguillen is a base hit for Manny. Center field. Stopping at second is Oliver. 2 on with 2 outs now for Gene Alley. Pappas shaking his head. The stretch, the pitch to Alley is a range. Oh my God, it's a range. Let's see if he strikes out Alley first. He does not. The range check is for Beckert. Let's check Glenn's range. It is a 9 at second base. So it's hit on the ground to Beckert's left. He knocks it down, keeps it on the infield. But it will be an infield hit for Gene Alley. They are loaded now for Mazeroski. Now Leo's starting to get some action going in the bullpen. It'll be Abernathy and Aguirre, or as Jack Brickhouse used to say, Ab and Ag. Lefty-righty double-barreled action, just the way Leo likes it at Forbes Field. And the pitch to Maz, who's 0 for 2. Maz hits it on the ground to second base. Beckert gloves it and throws to Banks, and that will retire the side in the 7th. But Stargell breaks up the no-hitter and the shutout. They get 4 hits. They only score 1. They leave 3. After 7 complete, we've decided nothing. It's a 1-1 ball game. Top of the 8th. Blass close to being fatigued. Action going in the Pirate bullpen now as Dave Justy is starting to throw. Billy Williams, Ron Santo, Johnny Callison up for the Cubs in the 8th. They got Blass leading off the bottom of the 8th, so they want to get him through the inning if they can. The pitch to Billy is a hit by pitch check, but too high. Comebacker, gloved by Blass. He takes a couple steps toward Oliver, and there's 1 gone in the 8th. Now it'll be Santo. Ron is 0 for 2. Blass kicks and deals. And line shot at Mazeroski, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Callison hit a bomb in the 6th to give the Cubs their only runs. The pitch to Johnny is a ball 4. Now, Blass is tired. And they're going to try and get him through it. Murtaugh just watching from the dugout. Banks at the plate. 1 for 3. Blass the stretch and the delivery to Ernie Banks. And I've got to see if that's something because I think it is for a tired pitcher. It's a base hit for Banks. Where's it going to left field? Stopping at second is Callison, but now what do? They got Hickman coming up, tying run, or the go-ahead run in scoring position, Callison. Banks at first. 2 outs in the 8th. Justy is ready in the bullpen. They're going to let him go one more batter. Blass the stretch and the pitch to Hickman. And I got to look again. And it's a base hit for Hickman. I should have pulled him. Base hit to center field. Got to check Matty Alou's arm. Got a feeling I know what it is. Yep, I sure do. And scoring is Callison. It's 2-1. That's going to do it for Blass. J.C. Martin coming up. They're going to go to Justy and make a double switch. Justy in 1970 was 9-3 with 26 saves. He had 66 games under his belt, 103 innings of work, so he was no stranger to action on the mound. Justy takes over in the top of the 8th, but he's not going to bat 9th. Pirates are going to make a double switch. Justy will bat in Alley's spot, the number 8 spot. And we're going to get a new shortstop in the ball game for the Buccos, and that's going to be 5'4" Freddie Patek, who will bat 9th and take over for Alley at short. All right, so Alley is out. All right. Now, we got to roll to see what kind of stuff Dave Justy has today. And he has C stuff. All right, so J.C. Martin at the plate, Banks at second, Hickman at first. It's a 2-1 Cubs lead in the top of the 8th, but there are 2 outs. J.C. Martin 0 for 3. The pitch to him is going to be a range check unless he strikes out. 1-3. He struck him out. Justy got him with some high heat, and J.C. couldn't catch up. After 7.5, Cubs 2, Pirates 1. It'll be Patek, Alou, and Hebner in the Pirates' 8th against Pappas. Aguirre and Abernathy are ready in the Cubs bullpen. Pappas winds and deals to Patek, and this is trouble. Gonna get over the head of Jim Hickman and one hop the wall. Patek around first, cruising into second, and that's going to get Leo DeRocher out of the dugout, and we're going to see a new Cubs pitcher coming on to face Matty Alou. It's going to be Hank Aguirre. And he will bat 9th in the Cub order. So Pappas is done after 7+ innings. He allows 4 hits, 1 run so far, although Patek is still his responsibility at second base. He struck out 4, he walked 1. He is in line for the win, or he could get a no decision if Patek scores or somebody else scores. Alou is 0 for 3. Gary, the stretch, and the pitch to Matty. He is not bunting. Fly ball left field. Billy Williams coming on, and he's going to make the catch for out number 1. Here's Hebner. Now, Richie was platooned a lot, so they could go to Pagan here. But I'm a Richie Hebner fan. I'm going to let him go. The pitch. And we got to see what stuff Gary's got. He has C stuff. And Gary, let's see, Hebner hits it in the air to center field. Holding is Patek. Hickman makes the catch and gets it back in. And that will be 2 outs. And now comes the Faustian bargain. The Faustian bargain with the Pirates' order is, do you let the left-hander walk Clemente and go after Stargell, or do you bring the right-hander in to go after Clemente and hope he doesn't have to deal with Stargell? I don't want any part of a .352 hitting Roberto Clemente with first base open, so I'm going to walk him and have Gary go after Stargell. This is the kind of thing that gets a manager fired. Okay, so Stargell with 31 bombs is at the plate. Patek at second, Clemente at first. I just intentionally walked the go-ahead run to face Willie Stargell. That's the definition of insanity. Gary, the stretch, and the delivery to Willie Stargell, and hey, struck him out. Like I said, it was absolutely the right thing to do, and I should have no doubts that it was the right thing to do. We have played 8 complete with your score, Cubs 2, Pirates 1. Gary set to lead off. Now, in the bullpen is Phil Regan. We're going to get a pinch hitter for Gary, who has done his job masterfully. Phil Regan will be the Cub pitcher in the bottom of the 9th. The erstwhile Cubs closer. All right, so hitting for Gary will be Joe Pepitone against Dave Justy to lead off the frivolity in inning number 9 for the Cubs. Justy kicks and deals. It's a fly ball to left. Willie Stargell under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Here comes Kessinger. He's had a good day, but hasn't scored a run. 2 hits and a walk, 2 for 3. Justy kicks and deals. Ball 4. Kessinger's on for the 4th time. Now it's Beckert. Beckert is cold as ice. He started the season hot. They need a hit from him here. The stretch by Justy, the pitch, and there goes Kessinger. And it's going to be a base hit through past Mazeroski into right field. Around second goes Kessinger. He's heading to third. And there's Cubs at the corners as the hit and run works to perfection for Leo. Now the Pirate infield is going to play in. Williams at the plate. Santo on deck. 1 out. The pitch from Justy is a base hit. It gets through past Mazeroski playing in. It'll be a single for Williams. Home is Kessinger. It's 3-1 Cubs. Beckert is around second. He is heading for third. Matty Alou with a chance to throw him out. Here's the throw to Hebner, and they got Beckert at third. 2 outs now. Williams still at first, but he's driven in a huge run. It's 3-1 Cubs and Santo at the plate. The pitch to Ron. Hey, struck him out. That's the second for Justy, but he allowed an insurance run, or as they say in Central Illinois, insurance. And we go to the bottom of the ninth. The Cubs have a 3-1 lead, and Phil Regan on the mound. In case you haven't started that smoking habit yet, now would be a good time. Earl Weaver called Don Stanhouse full pack because he used to go through a whole pack of Chesterfields, living through one of Stanhouse's save situations. And Phil Regan is quickly gaining that moniker from me. Oliver, Sanguillen, and a pinch hitter for Justy coming in the Pirates' ninth. Oliver's 1 for 3. Let's see what kind of stuff Regan has. He has C stuff, because of course he does. Regan winds and deals to the Pirate first baseman. That's going to be a base hit to right field, and the Pirates have something going in the ninth. No action in the Cub bullpen. It's all on Regan. Now, Sanguillen comes to the plate. We're going to get a pinch hitter, and that's going to be Bob Robertson standing in the on-deck circle. Sanguillen at the plate, he's 1 for 3. Regan the stretch and the delivery to Manny. Sanguillen hits it in the air to center, Jim Hickman under it, and he puts it away for out number 1. Bob Robertson up. Bill Mazeroski in the on-deck circle. A double play ends the ball game. A home run could well send us into extra innings. Regan the stretch, the delivery to Robertson, and this is trouble to left and deep, and it's gone. A bomb by Bob Robertson ties the game at 3 in the bottom of the ninth. Yikes. Bill Mazeroski comes to the plate. 3-3 ball game. Patek on deck. Pirates going to check the bench for one more pinch hitter to take Regan out of here. And why not? Well, yeah, why not? They're going to have Pagan hit. No, they're not. Mazeroski's a World Series hero, for the love of God. Mazeroski's batting. Regan the wind and the delivery to Maz. And that's a base hit for Maz. He's on with 1 out. Here comes Patek. Regan the stretch. The delivery to Patek is a range check. Does he strike out Freddie? No, he doesn't. The range check is a possible single past Beckert. The range for Beckert is a 9. It's by him. Yeah, and he knocks it down, and maybe he makes a throwing error. He knocks it down, he picks it up, he throws, and he throws it away. So what's going on now? We got to check and see how far the error goes. Oh, my God. All right, let's piece this together. Had to look this up a little bit. But what happened was Mazeroski was on first. Patek hit a grounder to Beckert that he knocked down but couldn't field. Then he picked it up and threw wildly to first past Ernie Banks. Now, it did not go into the dugout, so J.C. Martin picked it up, and Regan covered home plate. So the base runners move up. Mazeroski moves from first, past second, all the way to third on the error. Patek moves from home plate to first on the single and goes to second on the E4 by Beckert. That means that there is one out and Alou is coming up. First base is open. Now, I don't have anybody in the bullpen throwing for the Cubs, so Regan is it. The choice now is whether to face Matty Alou or walk him and go after Hebner and then Clemente, because I got to get 2 outs here. So I'm not going to walk Alou. I'm going after him. Regan's going to go from the windup because Patek doesn't matter. The only player that matters is Mazeroski. He is the winning run. There's 1 out. The pitch to Matty Alou is going to be an out, but what kind? And the infield has to be in, and so does the outfield, by the way. And there's a base hit, and the game's over. So the hit goes past Beckert for a single. That brings home Mazeroski with the winning run. It's a 3-run Pirates 9th inning that wins the game 4-3. It's the opening game of the series. Let's give you the totals before Leo DeRocher destroys not only the post-game spread, but all of the lights in the runway heading to the clubhouse. For the victorious Pirates, with a walk-off winner, 4 runs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits. A near no-hitter from Milt Pappas goes for nothing. He goes 6 2/3, no-hit innings, gets nothing out of it, no decision for him. And the Pirates committed no errors. The Cubs 3 runs on 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. And they committed 1 error, the error by Beckert in the bottom of the 9th. The winning pitcher is Dave Justy. The losing pitcher is Phil Regan. I believe he's 0-2, but I'll check that out. The Cubs drop to 9-6. Their next game will be April 28th, which is tomorrow. The opposing pitchers will be Luke Walker for the Pirates against Ken Holtzman for the Cubs. I hope you'll join me. Have a wonderful day, everybody. So long, everybody. Pirates 4, Cubs 3.